Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 20 of this challenge, and uh, I don't even know where to start. So let's start here. I've really not had energy to want to be doing anything really. I mean, we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to talk about why I don't want to talk about it. So I've not had energy really to even want to get out of bed. So everything I've done has been in an effort to find motivation, to find encouragement, to feel better, to find things that feel better. So push myself out of bed, push myself to sit on the couch and curl my hair. Really just trying to find things that feel good. So with that being said, it doesn't encourage me to want to make videos, for one, because I don't have the energy, but for two, because I don't want to have a pity party. I also think that I still live in a lot of denial when it comes to certain things, and just don't like to deal with it. So I really don't want to be putting anybody else through it. So yes, not having the energy to want to do anything, and then having put all of these self-imposed pressures upon myself, like walk 5 miles a day, eat low carb, which really the eating's not a bad thing. And we'll get into that as well. It's more so that but it's really just these pressures on top of something that's already supposed to be really simple, like getting out of bed in the morning, taking a shower. I have my reasons, aside from the mental stuff. But there was also an event that occurred this week that just really made me question myself and question my worth and self-loathe, to be honest. And if you've never had to go through that, I applaud you. That's awesome. So on top of not having the motivation to want to do anything, and then having to figure out well, I'm doing this for me, but wait, because right now this is what I think about myself, and it's not, high on a pedestal. So, just a bunch of different things. It's just been a challenge, which, hello, that's what we're doing. So, and going back to, I like eating low carb. Let's start with that. So, first of all, the low carb, the past 3 days, I've not been following that very much. I would say that I'm definitely eating, healthier and low carb options. So we'll just play out the past few days. So it was day 16, I think, where it started with me having some Chipotle chips. Day 18 would have been Red Robin, but I did go and ordered a salad. However, I did order their zucchini sticks and had a few fries and some cheese sticks. Proceeded to then eat. I found chips in the cupboard, which there is one cupboard specifically that I don't open, when I'm doing this diet, because there's nothing in that in that cupboard. Yes, it's all carbs. There's nothing in that cupboard that's really helpful to me. I have all my low carb stuff in one other cupboard. So I opened the other cupboard and there was a bag of chips in there, tortilla chips, which are just one of my faves, because you can just pop them in the microwave or the oven with some cheese and top them with salsa, and they're really good. Anyway, so, and then I also proceeded to eat ice cream that night. And then yesterday, what did I have yesterday? I had 2 salads, and again, I think it was just nachos with cheese and cookies, and I opened the cupboard, the wrong cupboard. So that's been that. Okay. So today's day 20. Ideally, I wanted to get back on track. Javier was so kind and brought me home a latte, but they didn't do breve, which is half and half. They used milk. So I already feel like, screw it. I've also really been craving a cheeseburger for like days on end. So I think today I'm going to just eat and then get back on track tomorrow. With that being said, in regards to being prepared, like I've not gone grocery shopping and I've needed to for like 5 days. So I have not set myself up to be in a position where I could be doing this successfully. So I'm going grocery shopping today. I'm trying to just get everything kind of back on track. And so being prepared really plays into that. And I was not prepared. I haven't been prepared these past few days. I have been fasting still though, which is really great. And I'm going to pull up and show you all the fast on here. So I've had some days where it's even been, I think 21 hours. Yes, and 42 hours, 20 hours. So you all can see that there on your screen. I've definitely kept up with the fasting. So let's talk about the walks. Yesterday, I was so determined to not take a walk. I didn't want to walk at all. I walked 0.97 of a mile, so not even an entire mile. I am still walking. It's not the 5 miles, but it's still effort. And I think that is probably important right now, is that I am putting forth effort to at least do something. And with my mentality of always being so either or, all or nothing, one or the other, black or white, even making these small strides to take a walk is a huge accomplishment. So here we are on day 20, and it's almost like I'm restarting the challenge, right? Like I've considered, should I just give the challenge up at this point? Who am I doing this for? You know, the answer is myself. But if these restrictions are just placing more pressure on me, is it worth it? You know, I'm not going to quit. Maybe it seems like I've already quit, but I think that, you know, I've got 10 days left after today. I've made it this far. I can certainly continue to keep going to the best of my ability. And with that is to offer some compassion and some love and some credit to myself that, you know, I am doing what I am doing. Going back to who am I doing this for, right? And the answer is myself. I think that does provide some leniency because I have nobody to prove any of this to except for myself, and I already know my capabilities. So it's kind of like, well, I don't really have to do this. I'm just doing it. But that's the point. I am doing it. I think I'll be better next week, tomorrow. But that's the point. I'm doing it. And I strive for tomorrow to be better. Even today, you know, going out and walking again when really I don't want to. My motivation, my energy is just kind of depleted in certain areas. That's not fun because it's not who I am. So I didn't post a video yesterday for a few reasons. But what I did do was enjoy some time outside in my little heart rock garden where I stack the rocks up and posted 2 videos on that. And while it may look like I have energy to do things, it's really just a lot of pushing myself so that I am not sitting around constantly. Let's also talk about the weed, alcohol, and cigarettes. Alcohol lately has been like one day on, one day off. Last night was a night I drank. So again, I do feel that when I drink, I have more of an appetite and kind of start eating whatever. And I don't always feel the best the next day. Like I'm tired. It drains me. 4 shots of vodka and I'm done. Smoking weed, yeah, and then cigarettes. But I've smoked all my flower. I have a vape pen, but I just don't even know if that really works. So we'll just have to see what I choose to do with those things. Still rather undecided, but I don't smoke cigarettes unless I'm smoking weed or drinking, so that's where the cigarettes fall into play, in case anybody was wondering. All right, so that is the update for today, day 20. This is where I'm at. And I'm just going to leave it here and see what tomorrow brings, see what the rest of today brings, and really just appreciate everybody for their time, for watching. Thank you. Success. I went grocery shopping, so we're just going to do a quick rundown. So I've got 18 eggs. The chips are obviously for Javier. Wanted to show a few things that I got that I don't normally get. So cans of tuna. I got celery for the soup. Tomatoes. Cheese. And there's like 3 more bags of cheese. Frozen veggies. Chicken thighs. Now these are one of my most favorite things to cook. I have a recipe on how to bake them to where they're really crispy on my Kate's Kitchen playlist, so check that out. Tons of coffee. These little handy guacamole things are really good. Chamomile tea. Black olives to snack on. More cheese. More veggies, bacon, a ton for chicken breast. And what I've noticed is, depending on the size of the chicken breast, I can make one last about 2 meals. I'll have to get all that organized. More chicken wings to hopefully cook again in the cast iron skillet, since that video did not come out as I had planned. Mixed nuts for when I want something crunchy and not chips. More olives. More tuna. Half and half. Oranges for the kids. 2 heads of lettuce. Green leaf. Mushrooms. Green onions. Brussels sprouts. Onion. Cucumber. Bell pepper. I have no room for any of this. Oh look, I got Corona. Because I am going to have a cheeseburger today, and I am going to drink, and then my plan is to just start better tomorrow. And I'm prepared now. Cabbage, jalapenos for salsa, avocados, more coffee. So that's about the food that I gotten for myself. So that hopefully, you know, I mean, now obviously I am more prepared. Less excuses, right? So just want to point that out. I did get these chips.
cheddar jalapeno.